Hey up there! Today I want to make a variation of a really fun activity for early years that I've seen knocking around on Instagram. Here's the idea. It's a super simple game where two students look at a pattern and then race to copy it onto the whiteboard. I'm going to mix this up slightly and use phonics groups for this version. So I'll start by drawing two blank grids onto the whiteboard. The students then look at the completed grid and memorise where the sounds are. They then go back and forth to the board, making sure they have all the sounds in the correct place. The first team to complete the grid are the winners. The rest of the class can help by shouting out instructions. So let's jump into the EDU Groove app and I'll show you exactly how I would make it and where you can find it in our templates library. So once we're inside the app, I'll start by making a new document. We could use portrait or landscape for this, and I think I'm going to use landscape for this variation. Now let's start by making a grid. Now I do have my grid settings where I could just turn on the thirds grid, which would give me the 9 boxes that I need, but these don't export. So what I'm going to do is I'll take a shape and I'll click on my grid options and I'll make sure it's 3 rows, 3 columns, and I'll go right to the top corner and I'll drag out my grid like this. Now I'm going to resize this in a second. Let's confirm the grid and I'm going to crank the stroke width up so they're nice and thick. Let's go to 15 and then I'll pull in the sides so you can see the edges of the grid. Just like this. There it is. When I'm happy with the grid, I'll turn on edit mode and I'll lock it. Locking it means I can't interact with it by mistake. So now I'll take some text. So I'll turn on my text tool. I'll make it nice and big. So let's go for 250. And I'll change my font to a handwriting font. So I'll either use our own EDU Groove hand or maybe a DN manuscript. So let's try the EDU Groove hand for now. And in the top box, I'll put an S, an A, a T. So each group has got 6 sounds in it, so I'll just drag these down. And once I have my sounds, I can mix them up. So that's group 1 complete. Now I could do group 2 easily by clicking on the page icon and then pressing duplicate page. And then all I need to do is change the sounds. So let's change this to a C, K, or a an and and I'll make sure I mix them up. And then I can repeat the process. I click add page, duplicate page, and then once I'm happy, I'll add some colour. So I don't want all my grids to be black, so I'll go back to page 1, I'll turn on edit mode, and when I click the grid, you'll see the padlock turns red, so I'll just unlock it and change the stroke colour to something different. So this one can be red, orange, that one hurts my eyes. So let's go green. Now if you head back into our templates library, you can already find this template available to you. So click templates, I'll sort by recently added, and you can find it under grid dash. And it will be in the category of more games and activities. So if you want to open it, you go to more games and activities, look for grid dash, open template, here's the instruction page, and then there's a page for each group of the Jolly Phonics sounds. Once you're happy with the grids, you can print them out, laminate them, and use them for years to come for all of your phonics groups. Hope that helps some people, and stay groovy!